What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Rob Cam, and welcome back to the Rob Cam Show. And we got another Monday Night Raw review for you guys for January 20th, 2025. Yes, we are back with another one. And this Raw was very, I would say, more so storyline driven because we got Saturday night main event this weekend, and next weekend I believe we have the Royal Rumble coming up. So we are progressing more in storylines and building storylines toward the road to WrestleMania. But with that being said, let's get straight into the review. All right, so my notes. Well, shout out to Bleacher Report for helping me out with my notes a little bit. Jay Uso did kick us off with the intro to the show. You know, Jay Uso always got to get the crowd hype with the yeet, yeet, yeet. Yeah, I know I do that shit terribly, but anyway, Jay Uso kicked us off. Always hyping up the crowd. You know, my favorite part is when he came out and the kid was like, "Oh, that's Jay Uso." He was like, "Yo, do it with me." And he started that's a vibe right there. That's a vibe. Shout out to Jay Uso. Very proud to see what he has become. And I can't wait for him to show us what he could do as a solo act. His brother too, Big Jim, pause. But Big Jim, that's what he calls himself. I have no say in this, but a pause on everything. But yes, Jay Uso did Jay Uso did kick off the show. Jay Uso came out, did his little promo for his match against Gunther on Saturday night main event. He really got interrupted by Gunther literally immediately. The is in my notes, it says the ring general interrupted him and retaliated reiterated. Sorry. All right. Shit. I can't read. All right. So basically, I'm gonna do what I can remember because reading is not my strong suit, clearly. But I can read. I'm just nervous. Anyway, Gunther did come out. He did say Jay, as it says in the note, called Jay Uso a mascot. Jay Uso was stating to Gunther, yes, he is a mascot, and the crowd is his team. The people at home that's rooting for him is his team. Those are his peoples. So to call him a mascot is kind of not like a slap in his face. It's just motivation. So this fun-loving cartoon carrier does not belong as the world heavyweight champion, as Gunther said. He won't be at what? He won't be after Saturday night's main event. Uso responds, reminding Gunther that he headlined the biggest show of the year, and after Saturday, he will be the world heavyweight champion. Meaning that he did say he main event WrestleMania last year, and Gunther did not. So we all got to keep that in mind. But as a tag team, so as a solo act, we have yet to see that. There was a limited physicality, just enough to sell the match before Jey Uso stood tall to close out things, which he did. Had Gunther looking, I don't know. In my personal opinion, right now, Gunther's world heavyweight title ring versus his intercontinental title ring it's night and day. Of course, we all know Gunther intercontinental title reign was way stronger just off the fact that it was just a history making reign, which he is now the longest reigning intercontinental champion in WWE history, as we all know. I feel like this world title run kind of humanized Gunther a little bit. And he doesn't have, I guess, what people say, that aura to him, that dominance to him. But I feel like even if he doesn't, like, it's been multiple matches he's gone against people, and it has feel like he's been like not pursued as dominant. But I feel like either way, we know the outcome. He's not losing that title no time soon. He might hold on to that title till next WrestleMania, or maybe he's not gonna I don't know. I could see Gunther holding the title to this WrestleMania or into the next WrestleMania, or sometime next year losing the title. We don't know when titles can change because Triple H is in charge, and it's nice to see like refreshing, maybe a Raw or PLE as I was gonna say pay-per-view, PLE as they're not calling it. Seeing champions change hands, titles change hands. So who knows? Gunther could hold on to that title till WrestleMania, till SummerSlam, but I do want to see him more dominant a little bit as the world champion. if you ask me, let's say, all right, in my personal opinion right now, who had a better world title run so far versus him and Priest? I'm not gonna lie, I liked Priest's title run because it made Priest feel more important. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Gunther holding the world title does make him. Oh, even without the world title, Gunther feels important. But I feel like for Priest, he needed that title for him to feel like a main eventer. And every time I see Priest, even though he's in his little well, even though it should have ended by now, his little feud with Finn Balor, hopefully that's done now. But I do take Priest way more serious as a main eventer now because of that world title run, and he needed that. I think Gunther, he's been a dominant champion in WWE since he walked through the door. So to me, he's always felt like a main eventer. So if he doesn't hold on to the title throughout maybe past SummerSlam, I wouldn't call this a failed title reign, because holding the title for more than like as long as Roman did is not good. I feel like now that Triple H is in charge, I feel like it's better to have guys like have like a year run, 6-month run, like have the title. Like, it's important to add to their accolades. So for them to hold the title multiple times, it's just added to their accolades. Like John Cena has what, 16 world titles. All 16 of his world titles hasn't been a lengthy ass reign. That's why it's 16. Well, technically they combined the World Heavyweight Championship and WWE title. We're not gonna talk about that right now. But all of his World Championship reigns in WWE weren't always as long as the last. You know what I'm saying? So if Gunther loses the title, I don't think he's losing it to Jay. If they do that, that's going to be a real shocker. But I can't wait to see the match between those two. I feel like Jay's not going to win. I feel like it's going to be one of those Gunther, oh, I feel weak right now, but when the match is, when that bell rings and we get to the PLE, I'm that guy. I'm going to walk out champion. I still feel that aura to Gunther, and I feel like he is going to walk out as World Heavyweight Champion once again. Jey Uso will get his chance to be World Champion. I just don't I don't feel like it's right now. Maybe towards the end of the year or the middle of the year we get to that point, but we'll see as we go on. I did miss the part where he said, when I saw you walk out there like a complete dork. That's what Gunther said to Jey Uso. That was funny as hell. Breaking out any respectable 8-year-old insult. I feel like I can't read. Yo, don't judge me, bro. I'm just going with the flow. I'm nervous still. I just can't read. I'm sorry. Well, pointed out, Gunther did call Jey Uso a dork. Gunther criticized Uso for betting on himself, but running to help, which he meant in Roman, Sami Zayn, and his brother Jimmy. Whenever they came calling, running to help them, as in running to help Roman with the bloodline situation, or help his brother, or help his Sami Zayn in every way, shape, or form. Which Sami Zayn has that same exact problem, but we'll get into his part. Jey Uso said, "I am the mascot, and this right here is my team," pointing to the crowd, acknowledging the people in the arena and the people at home, acknowledging the fans. There's only one of us who main evented WrestleMania, and it ain't you, the challenger told the champ. That was Jey Uso telling Gunther. All in all, that segment is just built for Saturday night's main event. We all know, truthfully, Gunther is going to walk out as champion. I 100% can get behind that. Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston. New Day right now is... How do I feel about the New Day? Is interesting. I feel like we need to like speed up to where, like, because they still got the old theme music. They come out like, cut it off. We don't want to hear that no more. That's not us no more. And it's like, all right, so what are we doing, like, them presentation wise? Like, what are, like, Kofi came out as some G's and some shattered backboards and his hands taped up. What are we doing? Like, what's their new look? What's their new presentation? Like, that's... I don't get where we're going with the presentation of them. I like the heel side of them and what they're trying to do with it. It's just let's present them a little bit better. and step away from. Let's take out the New Day name. I don't know why they still call the New Day. They need to drop that too. Just give them a whole new presentation, a new name if you have to. I don't feel like the New Day fits what's going on with these two right now. But anyway, let's get into the match between him and Rey Mysterio. Backstage before the match, they did have an interaction with JBL. Even JBL is like, y'all kind of did Big E dirty. Kofi tried to bribe JBL for some reason with $2 and put it in his little suit jacket. And JBL was a guest commentator for this match. I don't freaking know why. I have no clue. I don't even know the point of JBL showing up to Raw. No offense to JBL, shout out to you, you are a legend, but I have no clue what was the point of that. Besides him being a guest commentator. So when they came to the ring, they were cutting a promo to the crowd like, you guys don't understand, we're not the bad guys, basically saying F you to the crowd, we don't need y'all anymore. Kofi did say, hey yo JBL, give me back my $2, reached in his suit jacket in front pocket, took back his $2 before JBL was like, what about doing $2? But hey, it was kind of a little funny moment. And you got Xavier on the outside saying New Day rocks, but the crowd is of course slowly into the chant of New Day sucks. Again, I feel like they need to drop the name. I don't know why we're calling them the New Day when even though New Day has been healed in the past. I just feel like with this Kofi and Xavier dynamic, it doesn't need to be called the New Day. But who knows where they're going with this. Maybe keep the name. I don't know, because New Day to me just sounds like a positive thing, and they're not obviously baby faces right now. I don't call these niggas. I'm sorry, I don't mean to call them call them the old day or something, or negative day, something. So we got JBL on commentary, a back and forth match. Saw Rey Mysterio overcall a strong effort from Kofi Kingston, interference from Woods to counter, which Rey Mysterio countered the SOS into a roll up pin for the victory. The match wasn't that long. It wasn't really too exciting. Rey got the win with a roll up, of course. You know, the famous thing that they do to quick end the match. Here's a little details for anybody that missed it. After the match, Woods attacked Mysterio and set it up for a New Day 2-on-1 beatdown, only for the LWO to come out and make the save. I believe I did see this part. Xavier Woods, I think that's Joaquin Wilde, dragged him out the ring and hit him. Well, him and Kofi beat on him a bit, and then they slammed him into the ring post. A cheap shot from Kingston led to Del Toro being knocked out onto the floor, but the babyface still tall to close the segment. It feels like Kingston should probably not be taking losses as the New Day continues to build this new, which is true. I don't feel like yes, they don't need to be losing. We're gonna do this new heel persona. The New Days cannot lose. This article is the notes here are very right. I don't feel like they should lose right now. In order to build whatever they're building with this heel persona, they kind of do need some wins underneath their belt. And it just feel like right now the story is flat. Ever since the shit that happened with Big E is just gone flat, and we have no direction of where this is going. They don't have a new presentation. They're not winning. I don't know where they're going with this. Hopefully WWE and Triple H make some corrections and try to put New Day on the right path as heels. Next, Sami Zayn did cut a promo in the middle of the ring. Talked about being he announced himself for the Royal Rumble. I have my notes. Sami Zayn did announced that he was going to enter the Royal Rumble. He stated that he didn't feel as if he could be world champion, but it was kind of a weird promo. He was like doubting himself of being world champion, but ended up saying, no, the 14-year-old in me wouldn't do that because I want to be world champion. And then Kevin Owens comes out and adds on to the Fuel to the Fire for his match against Cody at Royal Rumble, and also his friendship with KO. He says he's forgives KO for teaming up with Roman because Kevin Owens has betrayed Sami Zayn in the past, and he forgave him, and so on and so forth. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have a long history beyond WWE. They're best of friends in real life, or sort of brothers, basically. Basically, Kevin Owens saying he forgives him, but as a brother, I hope when he needs, just like how he helped Roman, he helps him when he needs him as well, indicating like, well, when I need you at the Royal Rumble to win this title, you better help me as my brother, because I forgive you. Basically saying that to Sami, and Sami's of course babyface, hesitant, and doesn't, that's his friend at the end of the day. And Cody is also his friend, but Kevin Owens and him have more of a brotherly love-hate relationship. So right now he's kind of torn between helping, well, not right now, we're going to see where they go with this little KO and Sami dynamic going towards a Royal Rumble with this match against KO and Cody. Will Sami help Cody? I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Kevin Owens basically saying, you better help me as my brother. And it's messed up, because you helped Roman and he kind of manipulated you, betrayed you, and the same things that I did, and you forgave him. So I hope, well, Kevin Owens saying that he forgives Sami for teaming up with Roman. So since he forgave him, you better help him win the match for the world title against Cody. Next after that, sorry if I'm going a little too fast. We had Bayley versus Nia Jax, typical Bayley versus Nia Jax match. Earlier in the night, Rhea Ripley was attacked by Nia Jax, so that does play into this little match a little bit. As we saw in the walkthroughs in the intro to the show. In the notes here, we got Bayley and former WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax renew their rivalry, this time on the Red Ring. Bayley did announce, this is key to mention, Bayley is now a part of the Raw roster officially. I don't know about Nia Jax. I'm assuming she will be a part of Raw eventually, because we'll get into the later to the match, the post-match dynamics in a few. But her being featured more on Raw, I feel like she's not needed on SmackDown. She is kind of more so needed on Raw, because Raw is kind of depleted on the women's side. Roxanne Perez was in the crowd, and I don't watch NXT. If you guys want me to watch NXT, I'll try my best. I don't really have cable, or I did have YouTube TV, but I had to cancel it due to personal reasons. So it's kind of difficult for me to watch regular TV right now. But once I get this settled with my personal stuff, I'll apply to YouTube TV or whatever streaming platform I can watch, like USA and CW. Just wanted to add, just real quick, I didn't do a SmackDown review because I actually went out for my birthday. My birthday was last Monday, so Friday we kind of went out, celebrated with one of my friends. Shout out to him. So I really didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown. I did watch the highlights, but I really do want to watch these shows in their entirety and take notes so I can properly give you guys a good review. I know I'm kind of a little shaky right now, but please give me some time to, just learn and adapt. But I do love talking about wrestling to you guys, and you guys watch wrestling. Of course, subscribe to the channel, leave a like to the videos. If you guys like wrestling content, I'm coming out with more of it. Just let me just get my footing into all this, and grow as we start this journey. But anyway, back to Bayley versus Nia. Typical Bayley Nia match. Early on, distraction for Roxanne Perez at ringside led to the irresistible force seizing control of the contest. Nia Jax targeted Bayley injured left arm through the match. Yes, she did. That was the focus point of the match for Nia Jax. Just keep working on that arm that Bayley injured on her match against Tiffany Stratton, I believe, on SmackDown. During her sorry, let me just adjust the camera a little bit. During her women's title match last Friday. So Bailey did get a little baby face run. She hit, I believe, a sunset flip power bomb into the post, and that was before their little her Roxanne little interaction. Roxanne was carried out the building. I think where they're going with that, Roxanne will be on the main roster. She's probably going to be on Raw, it looks like, because they're trying to build this story between her and Bailey right now, and she is needed on either show. So looking forward to see Roxanne Perez on the main roster, and they're setting her up to debut sooner rather than later. And her first opponent, of course, is going to be Bailey. That's what they're setting up for. So she was carried out the building by security. Nia Jax did seize control after that. Focus on Bailey's arm. Bailey did a babyface comeback, hit another sunset flip powerbomb in the corner. That's their favorite move. I don't know, that spot with them two, they always do that spot a lot when they face each other. Nothing wrong with it. It's just doing it twice in the match kind of overdone in my opinion. But anyway, but Nia Jax did take control once again, hitting Bailey with a pop-up Samoa drop. She hit a senton, dragged her to the corner to hit her finisher, the Annihilator for the 1, 2, 3. Now, after the match, we had Rhea Ripley, who was attacked, that, like I said earlier, was attacked by Nia Jax earlier in the show during the walk-ins. So we had Rhea run down, and a brawl started between her and Nia. Spilled out to the outside, both women being held by security, which led to, I believe, Rhea diving off the announce table, doing like a diving sunset into her Nia, into the crowd, still beating on Nia as she, stomped on her after she did the dive. On the announce table, she announced that they will be facing each other at Saturday night's main event for the world's women's world title. That match, I don't know how to feel about that one. I guess just adding to the pay-per-view. Hopefully they put on a banger. I believe Nia Jax get a lot of hate, but I will say this: she has improved as her style of wrestling being a powerhouse. So we do have to give credit. Everybody else keeps disrespecting her. Yes, Nia is not the most polished wrestler in the business. We get it. She has flaws. I think everybody has some type of flaws that they could work on, but she just like Liv Morgan has improved in my opinion. So we do have to, I want to give her her flowers and give her her credit, because she has improved in the ring tremendously, and as a heel too. Even though she's always been a great heel, I never seen Nia Jax as a babyface. I feel like she did have like one babyface run with like Alexa Bliss. With that, I forgot, that was so long ago. I think she did have a one babyface run, but she's so much better as a heel. But yeah, shout out to Nia Jax. You have improved a lot to me, so I'll give you your flowers and tell you just keep working on your craft. That's all you can do at the end of the day. But yes, we're getting Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax at Saturday night main event. Okay, moving on. We had Penta versus Pete Dunne, or Butch, as R-Truth like to call him. That match right there, it was a great match. Apparently Pete Dunne was cutting a promo before we came back from commercial break, but they cut off his mic, which was told to us by Michael Cole. And then Penta made his entrance. His entrance is fire. They updated it with the fire and like the spinning pyro. The pyro is kind of... Pyro at WWE is important, I guess, now, because everybody damn near got pyro. Cody got 2 pyros. Penta got a lot of pyro, but shout out to Penta. Can't wait to see Rey Fenix come over too and add to that tag team division. That's desperately needing more talent. So we had Penta versus Pete Dunne. On the heels of an awe-inspiring debut on last week's show, Penta returned to the square circle for a showdown with former NXT United Kingdom champion, the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. I just want to say this. I don't know what they're doing, Pete. My personal opinion, I don't want to say Pete Dunne is buried, but I don't know what they're doing with Pete Dunne, because Pete Dunne to me is is a great talent. I feel like character wise, he could use a little bit of work character wise, but I feel like as a performer, as a wrestler, he's always been a great wrestler in the ring, and I feel like I don't know what they're doing with him. He has matches with Truth. Like ever since Tyler Bates got injured, I don't know what direction they're trying to put Pete Dunne. He'd be on. Sometimes he's on NXT, and he's on the main roster. It's like they don't know what to do with him, but they want us to get behind his character or understand his character to a sense. But it's just like it's hard when he has no direction. Like he had a feud with Sheamus, and the blow off was that I forgot what type of match it was when they had the barrels and shit and they did that spot off of it. Leave it in the comments below if you remember the name of the match. I don't remember, but he had a little feud with Sheamus. It's like you could put him in that ice. In my personal opinion, the IC title picture needs more people. Pete Dunne can be in that IC title picture 100%. I don't know why he's. No offense to R-Truth. I love R-Truth. Funny as hell. R-Truth is a GOAT. But why is he feuding with R-Truth? Why is he not in that IC title picture with Breaker, with Ludwig Kaiser, with Sheamus? Like, he would be a great addition to that scene. And the IC title needs more people to be in that scene right now, in my personal opinion. Because all you got is Breaker, Ludwig Kaiser, and Sheamus. We need more people in the mid-card scene chasing after the IC title. Not just those three people. We need like a Pete Dunne in there, and Tyler Bates when he come back, and or who else? Not Sammy. I feel like Sammy now needs to be in more of the main event scene to me. Not Chad. I feel like Chad Gable. I don't want him in the mid-card scene. I feel like like I said in my last video, I feel like they're missing out on Chad Gable so much. Like, don't get me wrong, Chad Gable in the IC title scene is needed right now just so we can establish him as a champion, and we need to establish him in order to get to the main event scene. But it's like, same thing with him. It's like, he's taking losses. It's like, what are we doing with him? He's not in the eyes. He wants to be champion. Like, I don't know what we're doing. There's certain people that I feel like on a roster that they're not being used like they should. And Chad Gable and Pete Dunne are two people that are really, it kind of pissed me off because they're great wrestlers. Chad Gable is basically Kurt Angle. Pete Dunne is, in my opinion, I'm not going to compare him to Regal too much, but I feel like he is comparable to Regal, basically, in a sense. But let's get into the match between Pete Dunne and Penta. The heel dominated action early and throughout the commercial break, utilizing joint manipulation to his advantage as he out wrestled, and it was a great match, by the way. They were putting on a decent match, a good match, and he out wrestled and punished the punished the digits off his opponents, because I guess Penta has the 0 on his back. Penta fought his way back into the match, taking Pete Dunne down with a Mexican destroyer and a tope con holo. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hilo. Moments later, after one last burst from Pete Dunne, Penta did first of all, Penta hit him with a powerbomb backbreaker, and then utilized his signature move, the sacrifice, the arm breaker, which followed by the Penta driver for Penta to get the 1-2-3 victory. Shout out to Penta. He's doing his thing, living out his dream of being a WWE superstar. I like how WWE is booking him. Again, another person they could use in the IC title scene, but I get we have to establish him to the fans who don't know him or not too familiar with his previous work in other companies. Like I said, really was a good match between those two. I feel like Pete Dunne needs to be utilized way better, especially for the IC title scene. Chad Gable, like the IC title scene right now, to me, should have Gable, Sheamus, Ludwig, Braun Breaker if you want to keep him there. Pete Dunne, Penta until Rey Fenix come. For now, maybe throw a little Rey Mysterio in there too. Why not? But we need to add more faces to that part of the roster, like the Intercontinental Championship. We're missing a lot of people. We're taking away from a lot of people that can use the acknowledgement of being or fighting for the IC title, because there's a lot of guys on the roster that can be in that position. Next, CM Punk did cut a promo. We got a promo from CM Punk. CM Punk came through the crowd and had a interview with Jackie Redmond, which he talked about the Royal Rumble. Talked about, well, she said this is a star-studding Royal Rumble. How do you fare against the people that are in it? He's basically John Cena. He said John Cena has no chance. He can't see him. He buried Drew McIntyre already. Roman, old news basically. Seth, he beat him already. Sami Zayn, he basically said Sami Zayn. He literally said word for word, Sami Zayn is not on my level. Damn, that's tough. And we supposed to be pushing Sami Zayn to the main event, and you gotta see him Punk say he's not on his level. And then he mentioned Hulk Hogan and said he'll throw his dusty ass over the top rope too if he has to. If Hulk Hogan pop up in the fucking room, I'm gonna throw my slipper at the screen. I swear I am. But CM Punk basically putting himself over for the Royal Rumble. If you guys want to see my Royal Rumble, I'm actually going to do that actually this weekend. I'm going to do a Royal Rumble prediction video, and we're going to talk about, not this weekend, but maybe this weekend. Oh, we're going to do it this week. I'm going to do a Royal Rumble prediction video for you guys, because I do want to talk about that. Because the Royal Rumble is stacked. And it's I personally, I'm gonna tell you. Well, let's save it for the video. But I'm gonna say it's tough to see who's really gonna win, because I don't think Roman is winning or Seth. I know that for a fact. But between Drew, Cena, Punk, I don't think Sami Zayn is gonna win. But between Drew, Cena, and Punk, I don't know who's gonna win out of the three of them right now. After that promo from CM Punk putting himself over, we got Damage Control versus Pure Fusion Collection. It was an okay match. I'm not gonna go too much in detail, because what are we doing Pure Fusion Collection? I don't know. Shayna Baszler, bro. Ever since she came to the main roster, I know it's Vince doing. But I feel like now that Triple H is in charge, he needs to try to like build her back up to her NXT or similar to her NXT character or the momentum she has at a heel. I feel like they have a lot of women that needs to be elevated into, especially now that there's an IC title. There's a lot of women that need to be elevated into that position to fight for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, or even the WWE or Women's World Title, or even the Women's United States title on both shows. I feel like Shayna Baszler, her momentum is, I don't know. Zoe Stark, of course, is being pushed by commentary and everybody. She's really a great performer. Everybody says that she has the most potential, which is true, because she does, like I said, she does do her thing in the ring. Character wise, that's something she needs to figure out. I don't think the Pure Fusion Collection group is working right now. I like the idea of it at first. First of all, the name is terrible. Let's start off with that. Y'all could have named that shit something completely different. Can't do nothing about the name right now. It's kind of like they're kind of like the same position as Damage Control when they first started. Like nobody's really gives a damn about them, and they're not winning. We got Zoe Stark, the young up-and-comer with the potential. We got Shayna Baszler, the woman that was so dominant in NXT, and we haven't seen that on the main roster since debuting. She was supposed to. I feel like if she had beat Becky, it would have been justice for her. And then we got Sonya Deville, that no disrespect to her, but what has Sonya Deville done besides be a GM. So it's kind of like putting those three together, and they have no momentum individually. Before you put them together, it kind of made no sense. Io Sky, Dakota Kai, great performers as usual. Io Sky. That's personally, I'm gonna wait till the video, but she has so much momentum. I see her winning the Royal Rumble. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I see her winning the Rumble this year and going against Rhea Ripley, probably most likely. I kind of see that. But we're going to talk about more in detail as I do my predictions for the Royal Rumble. The results of the match: Damage Control. Io Sky won with the over the moonsault, her finisher, for the 1-2-3. Pure Fusion Collection. I don't know. They have no momentum. There's no reason to really talk. No disrespect for those ladies. I really do want them to flip a switch, change the name, do something to elevate the three of them, to make them feel more important, more dominant, more of a dominant heel faction. But right now they are cold as ice. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. For our main event, Seth freaking Rollins. I'm not gonna call himself freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, rematch from WrestleMania of last year, I believe. What we on? WrestleMania 41? 2? No, 2. No, 40 was last year. Yeah, so 41 is this year. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, but last year, rematch from last year, WrestleMania, we got from these two. Of course, the chemistry is great between 40. It's in the notes. So we got a rematch from WrestleMania 40 of last year between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. It was a solid match, great, good match. Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre are two of the top stars of the company. Let's go over the notes. In the rematch of their WrestleMania 40 showdown, Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre squared off in the main event on Monday Night Raw. McIntyre gained early control of the match by sending his opponent across the commentary table and cracked. Yep. So basically, they were. I could tell you about this match. So in the beginning, Seth and Drew were going back and forth until Seth got Drew to the outside. Seth hit Drew with a running, what is that called? Baseball slide. Like, not necessarily like a full baseball slide, but a slingshot baseball slide, I would call it. More so into a dive. Goes back in the ring, tries to get another dive, get caught by Drew McIntyre, which he did belly to belly, throw him into the announcer table. And we went to a commercial break after that. But the Visionary mounted a comeback late in the notes. Seth Rollins did make a comeback. He hit Drew. I'm trying to remember a little bit of the match because I did watch it. So I remember a top row sling. Well, a top row knee from Seth stunned Drew for a 2 count, and Springboard Senton earned a near fall. McIntyre counter Rock. Ooh, I remember this spot. So Seth goes for his signature suplex into the Falcon Arrow, but this time Drew reversed it into his own Falcon Arrow. But Michael Cole called his son a Manuko. Isn't here. He countered into a Michinoku driver for a 2. That was a great visual because usually you see Seth after do his Falcon Arrow, but Drew overpowers and hits the Michinoku driver. Later, Rollins broke out the Rollins did break out the crossface. Shout out to, I'm not gonna say his name. One day I'm gonna make a video about this person because, in my personal opinion, I've always wanted to say my opinion about Chris Benoit. I'm gonna say his name, Chris Benoit. I want one day when I'm ready, because the world is not ready for my opinion on that, and I'm not trying to like touch. Not pause. I'm not trying to like touch on a touchy subject because a lot of people were affected. But I have my personal opinion and my thoughts about the whole situation. But I really don't want to talk about it because it's so long ago. But I don't like how. Well, I'll talk about that one day. That's not here or there right now. But let's get back into the match. So Rollins has Drew McIntyre in the crossface for a minute. McIntyre made it to the ropes, forcing a break. McIntyre responded with a future shock DDT, but Rollins kicked out. McIntyre beat down and brutalized Rollins, all while taunting him. His arrogance cost him, although ah he was hitting Seth with multiple clotheslines. About three, well, got connected with two on the third one. Rollins countered into a jackknife cover. Another roll up victory of the night for the pinfall for the victory. So Seth did win this one. He got his win back from WrestleMania between him and Drew. After the match, Drew did attack Seth, beat down, and Sami Zayn came in for the save. Drew beat down Sami Zayn after a while, and Sami Zayn, as Drew had Rollins in the corner, taunting him, telling him you should have listened to me. You should have helped me stop Rollins. You should have helped me. And Sami Zayn accidentally hit Rollins with the Huluva kick, which was intended for Drew. And Drew got away scot free. And we had this little intense moment between Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn because of the Huluva kick, which it was, of course, Sami Zayn always doing that to someone. He's accidentally always like hitting somebody with the Huluva kick in fault, and it's like he's not doing it to be like, what's the word? He's not doing it on purpose, but I feel like that's a trend with Sami Zayn. Like, you always try to help, but end up making it worse. Anyway, that's something he got to stop doing. That's something Seth told him. Like, you got to stop helping people, help yourself, basically. I forgot they did have a backstage little segment between him and Sami. Sami Zayn basically told Seth he was right what he told him last week, that he does need to start looking out for Sami Zayn and care about himself more and stop being basically second fiddle or third fiddle, fourth fiddle, whatever you call it. Stop helping people with their own problems, focus on what he wants to achieve in the WWE. That was earlier in the night. I forgot to mention that part. After the match, like I said, McIntyre attacked Rollins. Sami Zayn made the save, but McIntyre laid him out. Bring in the ring. I cannot read. Back in the ring, the heel once again. Drew McIntyre retaliated to Seth Rollins. That reiterated, to Seth Rollins that they should be on the same side. Sami Zayn exploded across the ring with a Huluva kick and accidentally leveled Rollins, leaving the show with a cliffhanger of an ending as Zayn tried to explain himself to his friend. It was a good match. Again, we got a little roller pin. It wasn't their best match, I would say, between Rollins and Drew. It's a Monday Night Raw. You know, it's not a pay-per-view. They're not gonna put on a 5-star match classic on Raw all the time, unless it's needed. Yeah. So Sami Zayn always in this weird predicament of trying to help, but he always makes shit worse. Which I don't know what. I feel like there's a story within that. I don't know where we're going with that. Maybe Sami Zayn might tear a heel. I don't think so. Who knows? Because between that and the situation with him and Kevin Owens and Cody, I feel like Sami Zayn be in so much shit that he makes it worse. And on WWE's Instagram page, they had a little not backstage. They had a little moment on the ramp between them two as Sami continued trying to explain himself to Seth, saying it wasn't meant for you, it was an accident. Seth is like, it's always an accident with you, you're always in the way, blah blah blah. And it's true, like Sami Zayn, he did it to Roman. He's always in the way. I feel like he just needs to worry about Sami Zayn. And I feel like Sami Zayn might turn heel. I feel like we're going to get to that point eventually, because it's either Sami Zayn is going to turn heel or we're going to have NXT kind of like Sami Zayn babyface run where he finally gets the big one, which we're going to tell a story, which was hopefully be a great story to tell. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. Sorry my view is kind of messed up and I can't read. Fuck it. One take Drake. Sorry, I don't like Drake like that. Drake is alright. Anyway, Well, ever since Kendrick, Drake ain't feel the same. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's neither here or there. We're not talking about that. Um, I give this Raw a solid. It was okay. Let's say in 7 to 8. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't like the most. It was more story driven, like I said in the beginning of the review. This Raw is more story driven, more than anything, just to build up for this weekend Saturday night's main event. And as we head into Royal Rumble, so you're not really gonna get that much matches as we get too closer to the road to WrestleMania. You're gonna get more stories. We're gonna get more storylines built, which is definitely needed. But yeah, so solid B show, B plus show. Well, Bleacher Report has B plus. I'm gonna give it a B. It wasn't the most exciting Raw. It was just regular Raw, building storylines and continuing stories as it should. Um, but yeah, um, that's it. So hope you guys like this video. This Saturday, I should be coming out with a SmackDown review, and also a review probably Sunday for Saturday night's main event. We could go over that, and probably during sometime next week, I'll give my Royal Rumble prediction. Maybe earlier. Maybe I might do it all in a consistency of videos like SmackDown. Right after SmackDown review, I record my Royal Rumble prediction. Maybe throw a little bit of Saturday night main event prediction, but we kind of know where that's going. Not really a prediction, is more of a spoiler, as one wise man was said. You know what I'm saying? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Sorry for the little hiccups, and also sorry I can't read. Just a little nervous. I can read. My eyes kind of bad. That's no excuse. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please like, comment, and share. Share it to a friend. If you are a wrestling fan, a WWE fan, like I said in the last video, this channel will now be more focused on wrestling, because that's something I've been into since a kid. So as we grow, I obviously try to read more books so I can not look stupid in front of y'all when I'm reading. It's funny. I don't know if y'all ever been in that situation where you're reading in front of in class and you got to read out loud. That's how I feel right now when I'm making these videos. Like, I got to read out loud, so it's like more so of nervousness, if anything. But appreciate you guys for watching as always. Always remember to keep doing your thing, and also, oops, my bad. Make it make sense. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. Subscribe, like, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you for a SmackDown review this weekend, and a Saturday night main event review on Sunday. Saturday's Friday night SmackDown review, Sunday Saturday night main event review. Be on the lookout for that. More wrestling reaction content in general coming up for you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. See y'all in the next one. Peace. Safety, my boys.